Alright, we're good to go. Alright, so today I kind of wanted to do a state of the game. Just kind of go over my thoughts of the game. Kind of, say where everything is and how I'm enjoying everything. I'm going to start with stages. So, stages. Yeah, I think the meta's not all that great. It's not very whale friendly, I'll put it that way. You have to spend a bit more time than one would like doing on stages. I can't really, I could demonstrate, but when you get to a stage like this and you're just stuck. I mean, you can look at the record. There's one record, one person cleared it, 66. This is kind of the best team too, with Lumont, Omis, which is another issue. That's the hero issue. We can go over that later. But you just get stuck on certain stages, which I'm fine with. There should be blocker stages. That should be the hard block. Not like a level, like a day cap or whatever. But they do need something. They're gonna address it in the next season. Speaking of which, we can get back to the how the stages affect the other modes when we get to the other modes. But I think the stages are fun. It's a nice challenge if you like it. But I think one of the reasons why a lot of the whales have been quitting is because of the difference there with the stages and how difficult they are and how AFK unfriendly they are with having to micromanage everything. So then we will jump into the various battle modes. So we have stages. We have Dream Realm. Dream Realm I think is fine. I think it has good rewards, especially with the addition of the district reports. It's just running your parses. You just run them 10 times a day, 20 if you want to pay the gold. That's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with there. The meta changes every once in a while. It's different metas for different bosses. Certain heroes are good, certain heroes aren't good. I think Dream Realm is fine. It doesn't really need anything. Arena, hahaha. I will say this, you get what you pay for. So if you put all the money into it, and you buy your spot at the top to sit there, you buy your top spot, and you pretty much just sit there. Now, I will say one thing about the scoring. So, when I attack someone that's too low, I get no points. If I attack someone, say I'm like in second place and I attack like third place, fourth place, fifth place, I don't get that many points. But if you lose a lot more. You lose so if I lose to, say, blank here, I lose 10 points. And so I dropped from first to second because of that. And here I lost 11 points. But, and I mean, he runs a pretty solid comp. So it was all RNG. I had 2 bad runs because how RNG works in this game and the algorithm. But I won't go into, I could go more into that, but I'm not a software engineer. I just know about software engineering and how the RNG is done. I don't think they have the best RNG algorithm. That's why you can have 2 losses in a row like this, that you maybe have a 50-50 shot or a 70-30 shot and you'll lose twice in a row. Which shouldn't be the norm, but it is. The point here is you lose a lot more than you can gain. Now, when you're at the top and you don't really have much to lose because you've gotten, guaranteed top 5 rewards every day. At this point on the server, not gonna lose much there, just lose my spot. Very difficult to get it back. It means a lot more in the lower ranks. When you attack someone, you lose 11, 12 points, and then you can't. It takes you 4 or 5 fights to get that back. That shouldn't be. There's too much risk to attacking and too little reward. The penalty's too high. They should probably cut that in half. Anywho. Alright, Dura's Trials. Dura's Trials, for the content that it is, it's not bad. It's just the way to get the charms. I will say, whoever tuned 21 225 still needs to be punched in the fart box. I am still maintaining my statement on that area. These stages are way too difficult, too RNG based. I'll give you an example. I'll do this one here, so we can look at it, because you get your level gets scaled down, so you can see, but you see people clear it at 567. There was one I did the other day that wasn't even cleared by anybody. But this is all RNG. So we'll just, we'll just skip that. It's just very frustrating. So it's like, this one was very easy. This one was like impossible. This one at one point was like, I think this stage right here, there was one stage where nobody cleared it. Impossible. I forget if it was on this cycle or the other cycle. But they're not tuned correctly. It just kind of plays into the fact that people are starting to believe that the devs don't test and or play their own game, which seems to be very much true, because it's not tuned very well. Or at least they could have said something to the effect that, hey, these are going to be harder, but this one was like super easy, this one wasn't too bad, this one's super hard, this one was like really hard, yada yada yada. These aren't balanced correctly. Alright, Supreme Arena. Supreme Arena's okay. Again, it's the same thing with... kind of the same thing with Arena. You get what you pay for. So, like, I'm in third. I wailed. This person has about the same power base as me. I think they have some better quality heroes. I have a wider variety of heroes. This guy's obviously the Mega Whale. And they get what they pay for, so you just kind of sit. What I will say, what is annoying is here, if we go into the records, you see 1, 2, 3. But the other week, the guy literally hit me, used all of his attempts on me. Now it took him a while. I figured out the defense, or he just ran it for RNG and got it, and then I simply took it right back when I attacked him, and then he took, then it goes back, and it goes back and forth. I don't know. I get it. It's a ladder, but at the same time, it's like you can attack, and unless you're on top of things, so if like you're busy doing other things and they have newer modes and whatnot that you want to do, and you're not staying on top of it and analyzing every attack that you get or defense, yeah, you're in trouble. So you have to analyze each attack and determine if your defense can hold or not. I don't know, they might need some sort of cooldown there, or like, hey, you can only go after a certain person X amount of times per day, even though you get Y amount of tries per day. Something like that. Alright. So I think the rewards again here, the rewards are fine. Right, because you got... Yeah, I mean, the rewards are nice, they're fine. Top 5's obviously the best, but, I mean, top 20 is just as good. Pretty much rewards, the only thing you're getting is cosmetic rewards. Here. Alright, so... that, I think the reward structure is fine there. Again, Dream Realm rewards, fine. Legend Trial, there's not much point to this. It just seems like an endless mode, and after a certain point, all you're playing is to get the artifacts, upgrades for marginal power. It just seems kind of pointless. And it's not very fun, because some of the factions aren't balanced very well. Like, I think Lightbringer's kind of weak. Braveborn's very weak because they don't have any good support. Now we have the new hero coming out, but don't know how that's gonna be. I think he's gonna be too niche. I think he may only be effective for this mode, which is not very good, but we'll wait and see. Yeah, I mean, obviously the two stronger ones are Wilder and Muller. Alright, so that's that. I have no opinion on Guild Supremacy. The boss literally died before I could even see it. So, I mean, the thing only had 812 million health, so it died in like 2 seconds. Now I will say, and this is a common issue. Look, difficulty 1. Nobody's touched difficulty 2. Why has nobody touched difficulty 2? Because you need everybody to participate every day. It's an AFK game. People have other things to do. You know, they may not be able to check in every day. So it kind of like penalizes the entire guild. You shouldn't need everybody to be active every day and every activity. So maybe my suggestion is for the daily quests, maybe rejigger this. Maybe redistribute the points. Maybe make it so only 25 have to do this. Only 25 have to do this. And then 10 and 10. That's more than fine. So maybe make it so this awards like 55 points. Or something. Something that you can make up for not having to have everybody do it every day. And if your guild doesn't have max people, then you're in trouble as well. Which is a problem for smaller guilds that, you know, especially with the amount of people that have been coming and going as of late, a lot of guilds have taken a lot of hits. And not being able to complete guild activities hurts them even more. So, but I have no opinion on the boss because, again, he was dead before I could even do him. Battle drills, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's a fun guild activity. I think the rewards could be a little bit better for winning. Like you get participation rewards. That's fine. It's gold. You get a couple invites right here. That's fine. And then you get a chance at something better with the chests. And yeah, the two you can go safe or you can gamble. I always gamble. But, you know, that's fine. I just think there should be better rewards for finishing. All you get is the title. Give us something else. Anything else? That's all I'm saying. So I think the rewards are a little lackluster. So there's like, yes, you want to participate to get max rewards there, but at the same time, it's a lot of work for the guilds to do and manage, and you don't really get any good rewards for first, other than being in first. I don't know. I always like rewards for finishing stuff. And speaking of rewards for finishing things, let's talk about the Forgotten mode, Arcane Labyrinth. Now they tied this into Guild Supremacy, so you had to run at least once a day to get the credit for it. You need 10 people to do it. You just gotta clear one floor. However, this doesn't have any rewards beyond the first clear. It's like a Forgotten mode. This should be something you could do weekly. Clear floor 15 and get, I would be fine with 2, 3 of these Rezo packs, maybe some yellow essence. We'll get to that in a minute. And I mean, you made me some diamonds. That's fine. I think that would help everybody. Honor Duel. I mean, this is what it is. It's more, I feel like it's more, I still feel like there's too much RNG in the builds and whatnot for a game that already has a ton of RNG in it, but they did fix the reward structure, so you do less. So you only have to really participate, 12 times? Still, yeah, 12 times to get the max rewards. That's fine. You just have to do 12 fights a week. That's easy. Spread over the week. That's fine. You get 5 of these tickets. Losses and draws, they count towards the 12. Perfect. I mean, I'm not gonna worry about. Now the ranking. That's a different story because they reset a lot of the rankings, but they didn't touch this. But then they merged everybody from the district. So it's kind of yeah. So you have a lot of these people that have obviously either, probably quit the game, but there's no rating decay. Just like in Arena, there's no rating decay. I'm not saying like they need like a huge rating decay mechanic, but maybe if you're inactive for a week, 2 weeks, I don't know, then the rating decay kicks in. So that's honor duel. That's labs. Let's go. Alright. We can go here. Alright, so we'll talk on Crystal Clash. I love it. I think it's a fun event. Especially if you like the PvP in the game. And you have a large roster. It's fantastic. As someone who's railed pretty heavy in the game, I just got my P4. I love this mode. I love going for it's because it's not just the challenge. They add, sure, you can beat somebody and hurt them, and that's good for the rankings because we can talk about the rankings and how much everything flip flops. But at the same time, it's good. I got hit one day, so I did a vendetta tour, and I tried to find everybody I could that was higher than me on the list, and actually someone said, "Hey, don't hit my friend," and I said, "Well, blame the person that hit me." So I let them know, and now they're kind of like, so I started some strife there, but that's fun. But that's the inter guild rivalries, district rivalries, yada yada yada. The point system, it just feels like when you get to a point where you're so far ahead, you're only really competing for the spot. If you get too far behind, that's it, you're done. I made one mistake early on because I didn't really understand the point structure. So I think on day 2, I defended a crystal that was 1300. I didn't realize that, hey, I lost 300 because of that potential. And that's really kind of set me back in potential rankings. So we'll see how it plays out. Obviously, I want to get top 20, but all you get is that. I mean, the rewards for it, they're fine. I've been hitting 480 nodes pretty consistently, 1.6xing them. I love the challenge of 1.6xing them because then you get to really think. It's not just, oh, I have to beat this team, or I can just put down my best team and just wipe it. Sure, you can do that if you just want to hit someone strong and you want to take away their points, but at the same time, if you want to get maximum rewards, you have to really think and use all the characters you may not use. Old comps become viable again. So maybe Sylvana, oh my god, she's amazing because you have these teams that might be a little weaker. So you have P3 Sylvina, she just goes in and just deletes the team. And it's great just seeing that because it's hey, I have this character, they're a really good character, but they don't really fit into that arena meta because they lost their spot to somebody else because maybe there's somebody else that does it slightly better. I think just with the Crystal Clash, that really adds to that element of PvP. It's a lot of fun. And then you can bring in a friend, you can help out other people. The only thing I would like to see is a counter for your hits. Because I've been looking for them. You get up to, now they said unlimited, which became 15. So you get 15 hits a day, and it only counts your top 3, but it doesn't tell you how many hits you've done. So I don't know how many hits I have left. I think I have 11 left because I did my 3. I maxed out. Because I went 0.6 to 480. I'm still on the hunt for the legendary 8060 node. 860 node, but I can't find it. Because there's no spawn details on it. So it's just kind of searching for it and looking for it. But I love this mode. This is the mode they needed, after the main story ended. This mode should have dropped. This is what would have helped, I think, keep a lot of the whales around, because it really shows you that, hey, I spent a lot on this game, or I put a lot of, even for maybe in that light spender area, hey, I have this large roster of heroes that I got, and I can actually use all of them and put them to good use. It's just great. I just love seeing everybody in action like that. I love this mode, and it gets you out in the world, so then you're looking out on the world, and you can go on a vendetta tour, you can hunt down people in rival guilds, or rivals or whatever, and try to hunt them down and take them out. I just love this mode. This is great. This is something they should have had in earlier. I think had they had this earlier on this mode, a lot of people would have stayed. Especially if they love the PvP part. Alright, let's go to clan rep. It is what it is. You know, you get to do like the puzzle quests. I think this releasing with Bristol Clash at the same time for the first set of clan rep would have been better. So maybe they'll make some improvements there. Well, we'll see. I mean, like I said, it is what it is. I'm glad they reused the puzzles and stuff like that. That's fine. Not so happy about finding lizard or chasing birds. I think the battles they're weird. The levels syncing is off, so the levels on the mobs appear really high, but they're not actually that strong of mobs. At least for me. But I'm used to high deficit pushing, so I know a lot of stuff about that. So it's like not too difficult. The puzzles are nice. I like the card game. I like the sword, whatever. I mean, we had the whole Astral Fair for it. We can get into that in a minute. Because that's probably gonna come back. And then I'm guessing they have a catch-up mechanic. They said they have a catch-up mechanic, so if you miss a day or two, again, Guild Supremacy needs something like that, so if you miss a day or two, it's not the end of the world. Or if one or two people miss a day, it's not the end of the world, so you don't get too far behind. You know, hey, it's just, you get out in the world, you do stuff. It's quick, it's easy. I don't really have any complaints about it. Other than, you know, I know people are tired of finding the lizard or chasing the birds. Alright, since we're talking about minigames, it's not on here, but we did have the Astro Fair. It was okay. I thought the events, they ate up too much time. To ask people to sit there for 15 minutes in a mobile game, that's supposed to be AFK friendly, that's not very friendly. I didn't try if you could just do like one and quit. I did do like one and done, because I didn't care about rankings at that point. Especially like with the questions, you could just sit there and you just get the credit. That was fine. The windows to do them, that was bad. Yeah, so they said they're gonna fix the windows for doing them next time. That's fine. You should just be able to do it like, maybe you're just able to do it once a day, and that's it. That's fine. Or you get you can do it X amount of times per day, whatever. Or maybe it just starts on the hour instead of those big blocks. We'll see what they do. Alright, I touched on... So Rezo level, it's not as big as... The gaps aren't as important as they used to be because of the scaling that they added to Dream Realm. It was already there for Supreme Arena, so that wasn't a big deal. But they added it to Dream Realm. As long as they have something like that in place, it's not an issue. Then it just becomes something for people that want to achieve stuff. And then you can get, like, additional power by, like, you know, it's like every 20 levels equals 1 level past 560. So it's very small gains. So as long as you're within, like, a certain range, like, for the people that I have, like, 10 levels, it's like 1 level. That doesn't really mean all that much anyway. So, I mean, again, that just ties into the stage progression. Legend Trial... It is what it is, like I said earlier. The only real power you're getting it for is the items to upgrade the artifacts. At this point, past a certain point, there's no rewards other than seasonal. So it's just for those people who want to achieve it, get high scores, that type of thing. It doesn't really hurt too much. And the bonuses you get, like, you can go into the bonuses. The bonuses you get aren't all that great. Like, you look at, like, this, right? It's, like, 0.2. It's, like, 0.2%. That's not a lot, right? Oh, that's fine. Dust. I mean, the seasonal dust thing, I see that as an issue. Especially if you have to spend money to get the dust to keep pace. I've been buying the packs, but because you get, like, other stuff with the packs... I haven't really been, like, going out of my way to buy dust. Not like in the preseason, when it was a mess. The heroes... It is what it is. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of good heroes. Could talk about, like... There's some heroes, you know, that aren't very good. Like, Atlanta, like a lot. Some of these heroes aren't good. You have your bottom tier heroes and stuff like that. I mean, you have that in every game, but they should get at least some. I mean, to just have characters you might use in tower once or twice is it's a kind of a waste. I mean, if they're A tier, that's not a big deal. So like, not a big deal, 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 not a big deal that she's bad. Him being bad, that was a big deal because he was a banner. Banners should never be subpar. Like, that's what the problem with Omis is. Like, everybody thought Sorin. Sorin was subpar. Elsa was bugged. Floribel was underrated, and Valo's only really good for like certain like not good for push, and only good on like one boss right now, and she's great for like Supreme Arena. But I mean, so the banners have been lackluster. I would say that Almost has been the best banner thus far. Floribel too, but he's the best banner so far because he's the only banner that isn't busted and has been consistently good and has changed the meta twice because people learned about him with Lumont, and it's amazing. It's a great push team. We'll say this. The issue, though, with the Olmus Lumont push is that you now have an S tier hero and an A tier hero replacing a Hypogean character, and that shouldn't be the case. That should never be the case because of how much these guys cost and what goes into getting them and how hard they are to get. I mean, if you're a whale, it's costly, it's doable. If you're free to play, forget it. The cadency at which you can get heroes is awful. It's awful. So we'll go to the shop next, and we can talk about the shop. So we'll talk about the Emporium. So we'll go to the guild store. So one of the things that was nice is they added in more of the stellar crystals here. That's fine. You know, hey, now we get, you know, an extra 10 a month. Great. What they really need to do, and I'd really like to see, is either A, they double guild medallions, or B, or give us more ways to get them, like the bonus we got earlier for like the first 40 days or whatever of the season. Based on your guild rank, you got X. And that was 15,000. That was half. That needs to come back. Or they need to cut these guys in half. And then that'll give the free-to-play players a chance to at least try to get them to Mythic Plus. They should be good at Mythic Plus. They should not have to always be S plus 15 EX weapon like a Freyesto or a Tailene to be effective. The free players need more because the free players go, then there's nobody for the whales to whale on. That's bad. So these need to be cut in half, especially with how many they are and the cadency in which they plan to release them. That way, yeah. Or they need to change the drop rates in the store. The Dolly store, I mean, this is what it is. It's fine. It's just, you build up your Dolly tickets and you can just use them over time. Arena, that's fine. I would like to see new heroes be added in here, regularly. We haven't had them do that yet. I've seen that in other games where, you know, every once in a while they'll add one of the new heroes in here, and then that's just a way to get somebody else. Dream Store, you can get all the A-tier heroes here. That's fine. That's good. Friendship Store, this needs to have more. A lot of other games will let you buy, like, pulls or crystals or whatever with your friendship, so you get, like, friendship pulls. Now, it should be basically, maybe it's just the A-gems that you can get from the friendship store, but they should have a way to get heroes through here. Most other games do it. I don't know why they don't. Yeah. We can go. I mean, the pulls are what they are. The rate ups, that's fine. I think A should give a little bit more. If you do the math, it's better for S than for A. So you only really need to pull banner heroes, um, when they're S. I don't really see the point with having A's here. But if they wanna do like separate banner pulls, that'd be fine, like an S and an A at the same time. But we'll see. That may be something they do down the road with the cadency that they're talking about. All heroes, that's fine. You can get these through diamonds. They should probably cut either the amount you need to recruit here, or do something else, just to help out free to play. Because it's difficult to get some of the heroes, and you can see like a lot of people in Arena complain about Thorin or Iron, and the only really way to get them is to pull them through here or Epic Recruitment. And if more people had the heroes or access to the heroes, that may lessen people outcry or leaving. Epic Recruitment, I mean, this is fine with the way it is. This should be whale territory. The easier way to get the S tiers. Actually, this pull's fine. I don't really have any issues. Stargazer, I mean, I really think they should just get rid of the eggcorns here. They should get rid of the eggcorns. They should double the yellow, double the blue, and maybe replace the acorns with red or something else, or just get rid of them completely. They're not needed. Nobody wants those. You don't want to pull and get like 2 acorns. Come on, really? So that's that. We can go into kind of the last place I wanted to touch. Is essence. So you can see you get a gazillion of blue essence just by playing the game. You don't even really need to whale for it. You just kind of get it, and it just sits there and it builds up. And there's nothing to do with it. Red, you get at a good cadency from finishing high in Dream Realm, Supreme Arena, and other events here and there once in a while. That's fine. And then maybe like 2 or 3 times a season you'll get a pack for these. Like I got one at 1700. That was fine. That was great. I love that. I got it. Got one for End of the Trial of the Abyss. That was great. Got it. That's fine. Maybe limit that to 1 a season. That's okay. The problem is the yellow. And this is a pain point for a lot of players. Not just free to play, but pay to win. They need to add another way to get in it. The fact that you get more red than yellow is a problem. But that's the old adage of the mobile strategy, is that they create a problem and then sell the solution on the store. Same thing with gold. So that's kind of the state of the game. And just my general thoughts. I still love the game. Could it be better? Yes, I think there's some areas that need improvement. There's one other. I guess the last thing I really wanted to touch on is the stages, because the actual stages drive me nuts. So you'll go here, you'll go to battle. You can set your team, but there's no way, at least not that I've been able to find, to do presets for battle. So I can't set the speed, I can't set the auto. So unless I turned off auto last time, I'm screwed, because Iron's gonna do his pull right away, and I won't be able to manual it. So I have to waste a run just to uncheck it. And then, I guess I could go to tower and do it and not have to waste a run, but that's a hassle. You should just be able to do it here. You should be able to see what spots your heroes are in, because if I want to use, because I play on PC, so I want to use 3 for Iron, because he's usually on this setup, I think he's 3. If I have another tank, he's 3. If I have no other tank, he's 4. I would just like to see that so I know what I'm hitting off the bat. I think they should also have half speed, but you can kind of get half speed if you do the manual for the ults. Like, I've done it with Scarlita just to time it right for hitting Thorin or Igor. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. I don't really have anything else. Like I said, I still really love the game. And I keep on planning on playing it for a long time. I would just like to see some things improve. Maybe a couple new game modes come in. Something with the corrupted creatures. Those were fun. Especially when you have like a large account and you just want to like flex on people. It's just fun. Or you just want to carry people. That's fun too. I love carrying guildies through stuff. I wish there was more like group content like that. Like the clashes. That's a move in the right direction. More corrupted creatures. That would be a move in the right direction because they could be out in the world. You could hunt them down. They would be daily. On the reset, maybe there's like 3 to 6 of them out on the map that you go find, and that you team up to kill. That type of thing. And then you get like a couple rewards for it, or maybe a shot at certain rewards. Maybe it's another way to get more of the yellow essence. Maybe you get like, maybe there's 5 on the map, and you get 1 yellow essence per one you kill. There you go. That's 5 more. That helps. That can help people get to +8 easy, because +8's kind of like a good number for the yellow. Yeah. So I just kind of wanted to go that. I've seen a lot of other people doing it, and I just wanted to touch base on that.